From 27 News WKOW, this is breaking news.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jolles. Amber is off tonight. We start tonight with breaking news. Madison police say one man is dead after a confrontation with police inside a Quick Trip on Madison's east side. Police provided an update on this investigation less than 2 hours ago, so let's get right to Grace Alt. She is live near the gas station where this all happened. And Grace, what do we know so far? Grace, thank you so much for that update. And people who knew the victim of that homicide police were investigating tonight were concerned about the man who recently came into her life. Neighbors and extended family members say Kopmeyer was the woman's boyfriend and lived with her. The woman's teenage son lives with his father, and his stepmother says they were concerned about sending him over to that house.
The whole aspect of not knowing what's going on there, we would worry about him sometimes when he went over there.
And court records show Kopmeyer is on probation for a felony drug charge. And we first alerted you to these stories on the 27 News Now app. It'll send you push alerts when we have more breaking news updates, and it's free to download. 2 Milwaukee officers have been charged in connection with an in-custody death. 20-year-old Keyshawn Thomas died last year at District 5 headquarters in a holding cell. According to a criminal complaint, Thomas took drugs while in custody. Thomas reportedly got sick, and officers noticed him sweating.
How do you feel? Because I didn't need to go to the hospital just to check out your vitals and all that, just to make sure that you're okay. Yeah.
And the complaint says ultimately Officer Donald Kruger failed to call an ambulance and failed to get Thomas medical attention. It then says Officer Marco Lopez, quote, appeared to miss a total of 10 jail checks throughout his shift. The officers were charged for failing to follow proper procedures. And charge has been filed against a Beloit man accused of killing a woman. It happened Monday morning at a home on Porter Avenue. Tyrone Young is now charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the shooting death of Sophania Bowser. Bowser's family tells 27 News she was a mother of 5 kids, all under the age of 11, and say Bowser loved her children more than anything. Her niece says the hardest part is knowing Bowser's children will grow up without their mother.
2 of the children are literally under 5. They won't know their mom. They won't remember their mom. They didn't get to say goodbye, you know what I mean, or say that last I love you.
And now family and friends are collecting donations to help Bowser's kids with any future needs they may have. We have all that information on our website, WKOW.com. And today, a Madison man accused of robbing the same bank twice in 8 days was charged in Dane County Court. A complaint states 48-year-old Rio Covington robbed the UW Credit Union on Northport Drive on January 26th and then again on February 2nd. In both crimes, tellers say Covington slid them a note telling them to give him money. Covington is facing 6 felony charges related to the robberies. Officials set his bond at $10,000. And switching gears now, a cold, windy night in Madison, and that snow is coming down out there, but Chief Meteorologist John Ziegler is tracking some nice spring-like weather this weekend. Hey, John.
Hey, Ward.
And tonight we're learning more about what caused a parking garage in Milwaukee to collapse. The top floor of a ramp of a parking garage at Bayshore Mall collapsed yesterday. No one was hurt, but 56 cars are either trapped or destroyed and are expected to remain there for some time. A Wisconsin engineer says snow and sleet overloaded one section of the structure and caused the collapse, which is why, in his opinion, snow management plans must be considered during construction.
First and foremost, you want to have a plan, like an operation plan of snow removal, and where does the snow get plowed to, or does it all get removed right away?
And he also says that the collapse could be the result of poor planning during construction and believes this could have been prevented. Well, it looks like President Joe Biden is on the verge of announcing a re-election bid. First Lady Jill Biden told the Associated Press there's pretty much nothing left to do but choose the time and place to make the announcement. Biden said her husband has done a lot, but he hasn't finished what he started.
He's not finished what he started. And that's what's important. And I think, look at all that Joe has done, has accomplished. I mean, he brought us out of the chaos.
And President Biden has said it's his intention to seek re-election, but he hasn't made it official yet. And today marks 1 year since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The war has left hundreds of thousands dead and millions of Ukrainians displaced, including 250,000 now living in the U.S. ABC's Lindsay Watts has you covered on a somber but defiant day in Ukraine. All right, Lindsay, thank you. And for a Ukrainian woman who calls Wisconsin home, this anniversary is deeply personal. She says she never believed the war would have lasted this long and is devastated by the impact it's had on both her loved ones and perfect strangers. Despite this, she says she isn't losing hope and plans to continue fundraising and spreading awareness.
People of the world cannot allow a willy-nilly destruction and invasion of countries by neighboring countries without punishment, without consequences.
And she says she is grateful for all of the support Ukraine has received and believes ongoing support is essential as the war continues. Coming up, a local food pantry receives an assistance grant from Dane County. Why they say it came at a critical time. Plus, crews are looking for an injured bald eagle in Wapaka. Why they say there's a good chance the eagle's okay.